The holidays are coming up and drones are a popular gift. So if you're looking to give a drone or get a drone for Christmas, there's some new laws coming out you might want to be aware of. Watch this video and find out what's going on. Up till now, the FAA did not have authorization to regulate recreational drones under Section 336. Thanks to Congress, all that's about to change. Recently, the President signed into law the Federal Aviation Administration Reauthorization Act of 2018. What this bill does is gives funding to the FAA for the next 5 years. Buried in that 1,200 page document was some new rules on drones. Before we had Part 107, which was for me like a licensed drone pilot. If you made money off of it, or say you monetize your YouTube channel and you have videos on there, you had to have Part 107. You had to take a test and get a license, and you have several regulations you have to follow. Under the new law, hobbyists will have to take a test now as well. There's several changes coming down the pike that are going to affect both hobbyists and Part 107 licensed pilots. Now the FAA refers to them as UAS, which is Unmanned Aerial System, which includes the drone and the controller. A UAV, Unmanned Aerial Vehicle, is the drone. They still have approximately 6 months to come up with other regulations and stuff, so we don't know what this test is going to look like for hobbyist drones. We don't know if there's age limits. To register a drone, you have to be at least 13 years old. To get a Part 107 license, you have to be at least 16 years old. So I don't know how this age limit is going to affect this new drone law, because everybody that flies a drone now is going to have a certificate. Now, say you're flying your drone out in the park, just having fun. Now if a police officer comes up to you and asks you for your certificate, you have to have that on you to show that officer. We don't know what the punishment for that's going to be yet, but that's going to apply to everybody. I don't know if that's going to apply to the drones you don't have to register or not, because this thing's so light, it only goes about 7,500 feet away from me. It can't get very far. It's not heavy enough to do any damage. I've hit my car with it and not done any damage. You get a drone, if it's between 0.55 pounds and 55 pounds, you have to register it. That's all. That's not new. That's been that way. I hope the test is nothing like Part 107. Part 107 deals more with fixed wing aircraft than it does with drones. My test, I had to take it. There was everything almost on it was related to fixed wing aircraft. A couple or three questions that really related to flying a drone or a UAV. Now myself, I didn't have to get Part 107, but I did just to cover my butt, because I had a video that I wanted to put some stuff in it. It was a fireworks at Hillman VGA Day, and I wanted to put information in the video for people to donate to VFW Fireworks Fund. Under Part 107, I had to have that. Even though I didn't make money on it, it was still considered commercial use. Myself, I don't monetize my videos, so I don't have to worry about it. But if I ever do, I am licensed and can do it. Under the new hobbyist drone laws, of course, now enforcement is going to be, if you go more than 400 feet in the air, you can get in trouble. Because the max before, hobbyists could go as high as they wanted. Part 107, the max you're allowed is 400 feet. And it's going to be the same for everybody now. It's 400 feet. Got to be line of sight. You've got to be able to see your drone. And that's 400 feet above ground level, by the way. You cannot fly more than a half hour after dark, or more than a half hour before daylight without lights on your drone that can be seen for 3 statute miles. You're not allowed to fly within 5 miles of an airport without getting control tower permission. Now, you can't call the control tower and get that permission. You have to contact the FAA and put in a request. And like here in Alpena, it's about a 90-day process. They are putting out a system, it's called LANCE. I don't remember the acronym, it's LANCCE or something like that. And they do have it implemented at a lot of larger airports, just not smaller ones like Alpena right now. There will be an app on your phone or smart device, or possibly in the drones coming up, that you can request that online and get immediate approval. Now, some other things in this new FAA law, they're going to be able to approve or disapprove drones from manufacturers, basically. They're going to be able to tell these manufacturers what their requirements are to sell a drone in the United States, what it has to have, what it can't have, stuff like that. They've also been authorized to work on detection of drones. Are actually detection and identification of drones. So it might end up with the new drones coming out, they may be required to put in a transponder so it can be picked up by airport or FAA or government to tell when that drone's in the air and where it's at. And of course your registration links you to that drone so they know who you are. Other thing is UAV mitigation, which is actually, if they think your UAV is causing a hazard, they will now have the authority to take it down. They have been authorized to research drone mitigation technologies, such as they could probably electronically make your drone land, make it come to them, make it go to you, or something that would just destroy the drone. Now, whatever this is cannot be a hazard to any other aerial vehicles. They're not going to be able to shoot a cannon in the sky or guns or something like that, but it's going to be their electronic means. I have seen videos where they do have some of these things that will blast them right out of the sky. They've also been given authority or been instructed to work on ways where businesses can fly non-line of sight and carry. So you got companies like Amazon and these that want to deliver packages by drone. Currently they can't do that. Under this new FAA guidance, they are now going to be looking at ways to make that possible. They're probably going to create airspace for drones. I think the airspace is actually going to be 0 to 400 feet for drones. Because currently you have different class airspaces. You have class A, which is 18,000 feet and above, and you have class B and C and D and E Then you have Class G, which is general airspace. Anybody can fly in it. To enter any airspace except for G, you have to get authorization from the FAA. So as these new rules come out and are being implemented, I'll update and let you know. If you're interested in Part 107, I'm going to have a video coming up real quick on that too. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye, y'all.